Hi everyone, welcome to Be Strong and Love Yourself with Dasha. As you know, I usually like to upload the videos about self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence, and personal development. But I decided also to add something new to my channel, and I want to share my sewing experience, and I will call it this YouTube TV series, Sew and Have Fun. Because for me it's more like fun. I just started to sew. I'm really new to it, and I want to, as you know, my channel still is Be Strong and Love Yourself. I want to send the message with all these sewing videos that live your life. Live your life. Don't look for someone else to live your life for you. And find something fun. Find something that you like to do and enjoy it, and share it with others. Share your positivity and enjoyment with others, because life is meant to be a joy. It shouldn't be suffering or something like that. And our little hobbies, they help us, and crafts, different types of crafts help us to stay positive and keep ourselves busy, because it is very important not to be lazy. So today I want to share my tips on how to make pleats. This is the blouse that I'm going to sew. This is the front side, and this is the right side of the fabric. This is the wrong side of the fabric. So on the right side of the fabric, I have my markings on the right side of the fabric, because this is how I do pleats. The problem is that sometimes it is hard to do the markings, because on the front side, because you don't want your garment to have them once you finished your sewing. And one of the way to do that is to do the marking on the wrong side of the fabric, and then hand stitch these markings and leave the thread on the right side of the fabric, and then remove this thread after you iron the fabric. So I find it a little bit complicated for me, as I'm new to sewing, so I wanted to have something easier. And I have this wonderful heat erase marking pens. So when you iron this markings that you made with these pens, it disappears. The marking disappears. It's extremely useful, extremely easy. I bought this pack in Joann's. It has 5 colors, which is awesome. I can use it with different fabric, because this one has tons of colors on it on the right side, and it's, you know, it's hard to see it. And with my blue pen, I can clearly see it. And I will show you how I iron it, and then I will show you how I sew it. And I think that if you have these little details on your garment, like pleats, it can make it a little bit more sophisticated and more interesting. So let me go ahead and show you how I iron it. So here I have my fabric, the right side. I already started to make pleats, and here you can see there is no marking on this side. So whatever I ironed, it disappeared. And you just go one by one. I just want to show you that when you iron it, be careful and try not to iron the next line. Just stay on the line that you work with, because if you iron the next line, it will disappear. And I don't want my lines to disappear, because I already made such mistakes in the past. See, if I draw something on my fabric, like a little heart, for example, I can draw like this, or it actually should be red. I'll draw a little red heart, and you can clearly see it, I hope. So if I take my iron and I hit the pen, it completely disappears. Completely. So you go line by line. The nice part is that you can see the line on your front side, or on your right side of the fabric, and just do it very carefully because you want your blouse to be nice. And check where the marking is. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. So this will be a good line. And I apologize for my nails. Not too perfect today. And for my hair, oh my god, my hair looks not extremely good, but I really wanted to share this idea, these tips, because I do love these pens. I do love these pens. And it's not that hard, you know, to press it, and usually you want to press more than iron, and the difference is the press is like this, and when you iron you kind of move it, and the both. It works for this fabric, and you know, you can only find it out when you try it. So I have both of my lines like this with no marking. So as you can see, it works perfectly, and then I will go to my sewing machine, and when I sew it, it will be very, very easy because the fabric is already in the right place. Then I will have my pleats on the front of my Sassy Librarian Blouse. So this is how it looks. So the ironing part is done, and now I can sew. I already tried to sew on a testing fabric, and I do recommend you to test your needle, your thread, the tension and everything, the way you set up your machine first on some just piece of fabric rather than just do it on your garment right away. So I think it looks nice. I do like how white thread looks at on my fabric, and I like the stitch length. I have 2.5 for this fabric. For the needle I have 80, and I will have a separate video about sewing machine and this type of things, so here I will not describe all the details, but I do recommend you to keep your scissors very close, so you know it is convenient when you sew. And I also have my seam gauge, and I have this weird thing that I always, even though I can see on my machine where the 3/8 of an inch is, or I can see 1 inch, I always double check if my needle is in the right place. You know, this relates to the edge of the fabric. So I will show you how I make the pleat on my sewing machine. And it will take me a while because I'm very slow with my sewing, and you know, I do not backstitch when I do something like this, because for some reason my machine, when it backstitches, it just acts weird. And I try to put my threads away and a lot of other things. It's just, I don't know, apparently I'm doing something wrong with backstitching. So when I do it somewhere on the back, you know, some area that you cannot really see, I'm do backstitching. If I did something like in here, excuse me, instead of backstitching, I will just do the knot in the end. Okay, so let's start. And I'm not going too fast because I'm new to sewing. I'm still learning, and I don't want to mess up my blouse. Oh, and I have 3/8 of an inch here. I love doing that. because in the end the fabric kind of moves a little bit, so I'm trying to make it slow, so to make sure that it's nice. Okay, I'm done. And I will move my camera and I will show you very close how I do it, because I want I'm new to sewing. I said it 100 times already, but I want to show you what presser foot I'm using, because I think it's very good for someone who is not extremely experienced. So let's see how it looks like. Here is how my presser foot looks like. As you can see, it helps fabric to stay in place and not to go to the side. And here it has marking of 3/8 of an inch, 1 inch, and so on. So it helps you to be more precise and to make a better line, stitching line. It's hard to record it and to sew, but I will try a little bit. So this is how it looks like. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found these tips very useful. And this is the front piece that I just finished. I'm going to iron it, of course, but look how cute it is. And I want to say one more time that it's nice to do what you like and like what you do. Enjoy your life and live your life for yourself, not only for people you love. The happier you are, the more energy you have for others. Be strong and love yourself.